Feet slightly apart. And take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. Keep the right hand up. Bring the left hand down onto your thigh. And reach over with the right hand. And reach both hands up. Keep the left hand high, lower the right hand down. And reach over with the left. And then reach both hands up again. Take an inhale here. And exhale, fold forward. Draw your hands up the front of your shins to just below your knees. Straighten your back, straighten your arms, look forward. Then soften the bottom of your back. Bring your hands to the elbows. Allow your upper body to hang loose. Release the grip on your elbows. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower down. And take your feet out wide. And turn your left foot out, bend the left knee. Turn your chest and your hips to look down the mat. Raise your arms up. Come into warrior one. When we're in warrior one on both, we're going to do it on both sides here. Just a reminder here that quite often the thing that you don't think about in warrior one is the back leg, because the tension's all on the front leg. So to keep that back leg straight, tense your bum cheek up on the right side and tense the front of the thigh. And straighten your left leg. Take an inhale here. And exhale, fold forward. Allow your left knee to bend. Come on to the ball of the right foot. And raise your arms up. Come into a high lunge. Turn the right foot back onto the heel. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower your arms down. And straighten your left leg. Bring the toes to point forward. Turn your right foot out, bend the right knee. Chest and hips looking down the mat. And raise your hands up to Warrior One. So again, this time think about clenching the left bum cheek in, squeezing the thigh. And then straighten the right leg. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. Allow the right knee to bend. Come on to the ball of the left foot and push up. Come into high lunge. And then turn the left foot back onto the heel. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower your arms down. Straighten your right leg. Bring the toes in. And toe and heel your feet in. And come up to the front of the mat. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fall forward. Step back on the left foot, then on the right foot. And push up to downward facing dog. Bring your chest forward to plank. And slowly lower your chest down to the mat. Turn your feet onto the insteps and push up to cobra. Come back to the balls of the feet and push up to downward facing dog. And take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower your knees down. Sit back to the heels. Bring your chest forward walk your hands back to your knees. Just come to either sitting on the heels or come to seated if that's more comfortable for you. Just want to show you this next bit with a modification for you to make it a bit more accessible if you find it challenging. We're going to go from downward facing dog to plank and then turn to an elbow supported side plank. So I'll just imagine I've done the downward facing dog, come to plank. So I'm going to take one of these hands then down to the mat and come on to elbow supported side plank. Now they're going from there, and then when we come back up we're going back to plank. So obviously that movement of taking your hand from the hand down to the forearm can be quite, and then back again, can be quite a challenging one. So if you find it too difficult to do that, then instead of going straight to the elbow, just lower as if we were going to go to cobra, and then put your hand down and turn onto the side, and the same on the way back. Okay, so if that's, because what I don't want you to do is go for the elbow and end up face planting on the floor. Yeah, so just see how you go, because it is quite a hard one. It's surprisingly challenging on your core, because it's your core that keeps you stable as you move from one hand down to your elbow. Okay, so see how you go. Because normally I can hear, in a normal class I can hear when people fall flat on the face, but I won't be able to do that today, so just be careful. Okay, so come back onto your hands and knees and curl your toes under, push up to downward facing dog. Bring your chest forward to plank. So we'll start by taking the left forearm down to the mat. Turn onto the outside edge of your left foot, stack the right foot on top, reach up with the right hand. And if you feel okay here, just to add to this, the stretch that you're going to get out of this, take that right hand and reach right out above your head. And raise it back up. So I'm now going to take the right hand down to the mat, turn onto the balls of your feet, and you're going to push up with the right hand so you can bring the left hand back to plank. And then back to downward facing dog. And take an inhale. Exhale, lower your knees down. And sit back onto your heels. We'll come forward. Curl your toes under. And push up to downward facing dog. And bring your chest forward to plank. And holding your weight on the left hand, bring the right hand down onto the forearm, onto the outside edge of your right foot. Raise your left hand up. And again, if you feel okay here, reach over with the left hand. Bring the left hand back up Then take it down to the mat. Come on to the balls of your feet and push up with the left hand so you can bring your right hand back to plank. And come up to downward facing dog. And take an inhale. Exhale, lower your knees down. Sit back onto your heels. Bring your chest forward. Curl your toes under. Push up to downward facing dog. And then walk your feet up to the front of the mat. Come into a forward fold. Take a step back on your right foot. Turn the toes out. Come on to the heel. Just position so that both heels are in line. And push up with your left foot. Your left leg, sorry. Bring the toes to point forward. And take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fall forward. Walk the hands over towards the left side. And back to the centre. And over to the right. And back to the centre. Inhale, raise your arms up. Interlace the fingers at the top. And take a side bend over to the left. And back to the centre. And over to the right. Now back to the centre. Release the grip on your fingers. Take an inhale. And exhale, fall forward. If you feel you can here, take the hands under your legs so the hands are pointing backwards. And just allow that stretching out behind you to bring your chest closer in line with the thighs. And walk your hands back forward. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower down. And turn your left foot out. Bend the left knee. Take your left forearm down onto the thigh and bring your right hand up and reach over to side angle. Just check the way your knees here, check your knees bent enough so that your knees over the top of your ankle. And lower your right hand down, push up with the left and straighten your left leg, toes to point forward, turn your right foot out and bend your right knee, bring your elbow down onto your thigh, just check where your knee and your ankle are again, and raise your left hand up and reach over. And lower your left hand down, push up with the right and bring your toes to point forward. And take the left foot out again, bend the left knee. If you feel that stretch was enough for you last time, then just keep the hand on the thigh. But if you can, take your left hand down to the ground and bring your right hand up and reach over. And lower your right hand down, push up with the left foot. Turn your left foot to point forward. Turn your right foot out. And bend the right knee. Again, if you feel you can take your hand onto your knee, but if you feel you can, lower the right hand down to the ground. Bring the left hand up and reach over. And lower back down. Push up with the right foot. Bring the toes to point forward. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower them down. And toe and heel your feet in. Bring your feet almost together and just rock your hips from side to side. And then when you're ready, if you come down to seated on the mat. We'll take the left foot out in front. Bring the right foot in. Toes pointing up on the left foot. Bring the hands alongside your hips. Straighten your spine, bring your chest up, coming up onto the sit bones. Remember that visualization of a thread coming out of the crown of your head and you being pulled up by that thread. And keep that straight spine all the way through as we hinge forward. So take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lower down. Take the right foot out in front. Bring the left in. Again, bring your chest up nice and high, coming up onto your sit bones. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower your arms down. And bring your feet in. And take your left hand over onto the right knee, right hand behind your back. And twist to look back over your right shoulder. Relax to come forward. Take the right hand over onto the left knee, left hand behind the back. And twist to look back over your left shoulder. And relax to come forward. Take the right hand to the mat at the side of your hip, left hand palm up. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, reach over. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lower down. Right hand palm up, reach up as you inhale. As you exhale, reach over. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lower down. And take both your feet out in front. And bring your backs down onto the mat. Extend your arms out to the sides. And take your left leg flat to the mat. Raise the right foot up and bend the knee. And take your knee over towards the ground on the left. When you're concentrating on the right leg here, don't let that left leg just rest on the mat. So point your toes, try and straighten the left leg as much as you can. Raise the right knee up and lower the leg flat to the mat. Bring the left foot up, bend the knee. And take the knee over towards the ground on the right. And again, push, straighten the right leg, point the toes, keep the right leg tense. And bring it back to the centre and lower down. Bring both feet up off the ground. Take hold of your knees and hug your knees into your chest. And then take your hands down your shins to the outside edges of your feet if you can. If you can't get the outside edges of your feet, just get your ankles. And turn the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Open the legs up. And gently pull down. And keeping the right leg where it is just for the moment. Let the left leg come back in sort of towards your groin. Keep hold of the outside edge of the left foot and straighten the right leg out to the side. And bend the right knee, bring the right foot in. And extend the left leg out to the side.
It's quite hard to do that without actually rolling onto your side. I'm finding.
If anybody else has just rolled onto the side, you're not on your own because Joanne's just done it as well. And bring the left foot in. Take both feet out, not both out to the side, back to happy baby. Although if you feel as if you've got the flexibility in your hips and your hamstrings and your groin, you can take both feet out. And bring them back in. And lower your feet down to the mat. Extend your arms out to the sides. Bring your knees and your ankles together. And cross the right leg over the top of the left. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower the knees to the right. Inhale back to the centre. And exhale over to the left. Inhale to the centre. Take the right foot down to the mat. Cross the left leg over the top of the right. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower the knees to the left. Inhale to the centre. And exhale over to the right. Inhale back to the centre. Take the left foot, place it at the side of the right. Relax the knees out to the sides. So extend your feet down to the bottom of the mat. Take your ankles apart. Relax the toes out to the sides. If you're comfortable with your arms where they are, then leave them there. If you'd be more comfortable, bring them closer into the sides of your body. If you can, keep your palms facing up.